So I came out here to Stonewall Jackson's death site here right outside of Fredericksburg, Virginia to do a video. And just let you know, as soon as I sat down at this table, I rode the motorcycle. I don't know if you can see it back over there. I rode the Tiger, haven't ridden it in a while. And of course there's guys laying fiber all up and down the roads that I'm on. Anyway, back to the subject. So there's a train going. So I waited for a minute and I decided that I'm going ahead and do it anyway. And today's video is going to be about retirement won't make you happy, but this will. You know, for years and years, I thought that, retirement was the finish line for, everybody getting happy. And, you think that the day I walked out from my job and the day I walked into my house at work on the last day, that happiness would just, magically show up. But it didn't. But I did realize something very important when I retired. That is that retirement does not automatically make you happy. It gives you something more valuable, and that is it gives you a chance. Sorry, there's construction all around me. It gives you a chance to build a happy life. For much of our lives, we're always looking ahead, like when will I get a promotion? When will I pay off the house? When the kids are grown? When I retire? And that we convince ourselves that happiness lives somewhere in the future. And eventually the future arrives, as in my case, and then what? And and that's the little title of my intro, is like, I retired, now what? Retirement doesn't resolve everything. It removes deadlines, it removes meetings, it removes commuting, but it doesn't always remove, I'm keeping a watch for people coming up here, but it doesn't remove loneliness, boredom, regret, unhealthy habits, and negativity. Negativity is a whole nother subject in my world. Several years ago, I decided to eliminate all the negativity out of my life, and that included both things and people who were having a negative influence on my feelings, I guess, for lack of a better term, whether it be relationships, family, or coworkers. If there was negativity there, I was done with it. I just didn't want it in my life anymore. But those things that I just mentioned, loneliness, boredom, regret, unhealthy habits, and negativity, they just don't disappear because you stop looking. They follow you into retirement if you let them. But this is where retirement becomes amazing, because now every day is yours and you get to choose. You get to choose who you hang out with, how you spend your mornings, your afternoons, your evenings, what matters, and what and who to let go. And I say who because there's a lot of people out there who have some who's in their life that really need to be let go. And I'm going to go off subject for a quick minute here, but you're the only one responsible for your own happiness, whether it's in life, job, or relationship. Just keep that in mind. Nobody else but you. So just take that for what it's worth. So what actually brings happiness? For me, it wasn't some grand adventure. Like, I didn't get on a bike and ride off into the sunset or ride to Alaska and back. It was very simple things, like getting up in the morning and having a cup of coffee, and then a second cup of coffee, and not having to pack a lunch, not having to see what time it was, watch the clock to see if it was time for me to leave yet, to choke down a cup of coffee, make it to-go cup. I get a walk when I go for a walk. This morning I got up and ran. I didn't have to rush out of the house to run. It's not fun running, I will tell you that, but I still do it. Get to spend time with family. I just had a grandbaby, and she's a wonderful part of our lives now, and I spend time with her. I haven't learned anything new. My goal is to start working on, I'm a ham radio operator. I haven't turned the radio on in a while, but I want to focus on learning Morse code so I can there's this thing called Parks on the Air. I'm not going to go into that, but look it up if you're curious. And I want to do some of that with some small man-packable radios that are, size of a deck of cards. I have one that's the size of a deck of cards, and I can do that on the motorcycle. There are other guys that do that. I won't be the first, but that's something. I get to help somebody else. I helped a neighbor the other day. My oldest son was up here, and we went to help her. Her housemate had not passed out, but had fallen and couldn't get up by herself and didn't want her to call the rescue squad, which I tried to get them to do, but we helped her up. I want to read more. I had started a thing, it lasted about 5 days, maybe less, to where I decided I wanted to read for at least 30 minutes a day, and that was in the evenings. And I started a book. It was a good book. I got really into it, and then something happened and I just stopped reading the book. But I do appreciate, another thing is quiet mornings. I live in a very small town, and I will tell you, in the mornings when it's quiet, it's very quiet. If one thing retirement has taught me in the brief amount of time I've been retired is to stop waiting. Don't wait for life to become perfect before you can enjoy it, because perfect never arrives. You already know that through life before retirement, and life is happening right now. And in my other channel, not my other channel, but this channel and previous versions of it, my logo or my go-to catchphrase was life, do it now, because you're not promised tomorrow. If there's something you want to do, the time to do it is now. So I know this video is long. I apologize. I don't know how long it is. I can't really see that close to the camera. But retirement isn't the reward. It's not the reward for working all that time, but it is the opportunity. Whatever you use that opportunity to build, it's entirely up to you, because you are the only one responsible for your happiness. So it's exciting and intimidating because you have all this time and you can do whatever you want. You know, I mean, there's nothing holding you back except for you. But I would rather have this freedom than letting anybody else decide how I spend my time. So I'd love to hear from you guys. If you've already retired, what's brought you the most happiness? And if it's still ahead of you, what are you looking forward to the most? Leave it in the comments. I always answer all the comments. I reply to every one of them. So I gotta get back on this motorcycle. It's not supposed to rain till later this evening, but I still gotta get home and put it away. And I don't know if I'll put a clip of me riding it in here or not. We'll see. I got a new camera on the front of the helmet. I tried to make a video earlier, and that might be another video on the channel. I might put that in a day or two. It depends. There's an audio test. Anyway, I'm rambling. Love you guys. Be safe. Talk to you soon.
What's up, guys? I just want to take this couple of seconds here to thank you for watching the video all the way to the end. I really do appreciate it. It means a lot to me. Please leave a comment, and I will always comment and get back to you guys. You know I always do. And if you're in the local area or you're passing through and you got time and I have time, maybe we can meet up for a cup of coffee, smoke a cigar, go for a motorcycle go for a motorcycle ride, or even wet a hook out in the river or pond somewhere. I appreciate it. Y'all be safe, and I'll talk to you again on the next video.